How's it going, everyone? Welcome to season 3, episode 12 of the Skate Show podcast. What an amazing week we have! Busy week in the Skate Show office. But for me to do the show tonight, I can't go all by myself. I really can't. We gotta bring out Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports Zone. How's it going, Grant?
How's it going, everyone? I'm Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports Zone, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 12 of the Power Skate Show, our final mock draft for the Kraken expansion draft. It's coming in a week. That'll be next week's episode, and boy, oh boy, am I just excited to get to the Kraken expansion draft, and boy, we have some news to recover. A lot of nuke drops occurred this week across the hockey landscape, so can't wait to dive into my opinions. Can't wait to see what Alex thinks as well.
Yes. We gotta start off with our first topic, which is pretty much important to say the least. Am I right? Oh, no, not that. We have to talk about the most important news that pretty much everybody is more familiar of. Really? Yeah. Congratulations to the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Lightning strike twice.
Yeah. More chill than my goal call than my last few second call. I was just yelling up a storm. But congrats to the Lightning. Hey, listen, you know what? They earned this cup win. I was already talking about Fluster Sports on Sunday. Lightning 100% earned this. Montreal, keep your heads up high. Yes, you had a great season, but if you were really expecting to beat Tampa Bay, I mean, I give you a lot of credit wanting to believe in your team, and obviously that's what you should be doing. But the issue is, you got lucky against Vegas. Well, they outplayed Vegas, so they deserve to win that series. And then, again, they did a nice job coming back against Toronto, sweeping Winnipeg. But my issue is Tampa Bay was the best team in hockey all last year. And you, as the worst seed in the playoffs, you weren't going to beat Tampa Bay. I hate to say it. As much as I wanted to say Montreal in 7, there was a gut feeling that said Tampa was going to win in 5. And honestly, that's what happened.
Yeah, and first off, to all Canadians fans, you guys should be proud of your season. You guys have not reached to the top of the moment that you guys have been wanted to. You guys have not won the Stanley Cup since 1993, which is the last Canadian team to ever win the Stanley Cup. For a team that barely made the playoffs, just snuck in.
It's incredible.
Amazing season.
We are in the regular
you guys should not be.
Montreal didn't make it.
Absolutely, because I pretty much Tampa and Montreal in the same division, so
listen, I remember us talking about how Montreal was ready to rebuild after they fired Claude Julien earlier in the year. And let me tell you something, they did the exact opposite. In fact, firing Claude Julien is what they needed to do, actually. And, boy, have they been better off with Dr. Charme.
Whoa. Alright, so since we got that stuff, we're actually gonna talk about more Stanley Cup final news coming up. But before we do it, you guys watching, you have to follow the man, Floods the Sports Zone for daily sports news. And if you guys do not follow Floods the Sports Zone, I guess you guys got caught in 4K using foreign substance in a baseball game.
Okay.
Anyway, go follow Floods the Sports Zone. He does more news like NHL, like we're gonna talk about NFL, MLB, we recently had the All-Star game, and me and Grant commented a home run derby, which was lots
Yep.
of fun, and just and anything going amazing around the world of sports. So while we're on the flows of sports on sports news, we're gonna do a quick rundown of some things that the post on the Pirate Skate show did not make it, which we'll give her a rundown. Devils re-signed Scott Wedgwood to a 1-year 2-way deal worth $1.2 million per year. If you're looking like New Jersey, that can pretty much be your veteran goaltender, pretty much. Like yeah, like you're literally looking at both ways. Like Wedgwood's most likely like a third straight goaltender, but if New Jersey does not have the market to do so, I think you got Wedgwood as your backup.
Which one should be their backup next year, regardless? Yes, he went 3-8-1. You look at his record and you say, okay, he's awful. It makes sense why he got a 2-year, 2-way deal. But I'm gonna put it to you this way: this guy can't perform with the defense he has in front of him. That's all I'm gonna say. If you were to trade Scott Wedgwood and put him on a team with at least above average defensemen, this guy would succeed. And honestly, I think he'd have a winning record. And quite frankly, I think Wedgwood's going to be trade bait for next year. Don't be surprised if he gets traded to teams like Edmonton or Nashville or Minnesota, or a team who really needs a backup goaltender. They're going to go after Wedgwood. In fact, Wedgwood should be the #1 goalie on most teams trading for quality backups because, again, this guy has shown talent before. And as long as he just plays his rebounds better, he's fine, really. I have no complaints. The only complaints I have about him is his rebound. But again, with that god-awful defense he has in front of him, he's going to be giving up a lot of 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and that ain't Wedgwood's fault. So Wedgwood's underrated. I give him credit.
Yeah. All right, moving on all the way to the top. Pretty much all the way to the top. Rangers re-signed center Brett Howden to a 1-year, $855,000 deal. I would say raise it a bit money wise. Like the year can be like a 1-year, 2-year, or 3-year deal. If you're going through like the maximum like amount to a 1-year to a 3-year deal, you can get like 1.5 mil. Cause if it's like $800,000 or like below 1 mil, that's pretty much going to the AHL. Brett Howden is now like Brett Howden stays in the lineup, third line, fourth line.
I mean, he's pretty much going to be sent on the fourth line. He had 6 assists last year in 42 games, 7 points total. The guy has just been a consistent third, fourth liner. Now, I know he was drafted in the first round back in 2016. To be completely honest with you, I think this guy's reached his ceiling as just a third-line center at best. Maybe a second liner on a really awful team. So, obviously, as a late first-round pick, he hasn't met expectations, but he's still a solid role player, especially for a team like the Rangers, who could potentially make that leap into the playoffs next year. It's just you need some young experience, put some experience for Rangers, for still a pretty young Rangers team who could potentially make the playoffs next year, and Howden at 26 could bring that presence.
Yeah. Next, I think we got everything. Per multiple reports, the Flyers are planning on moving on forward Jakub Voracek, and he could possibly be eligible on the Seattle Kraken expansion list. It's interesting to talk about, but do you think that Seattle might take a Voracek direction?
I think they could certainly take a Voracek direction. He's only 32. And yes, that salary is awful. You're gonna be getting paid over $8 million if they do this, but they need a captain right out of the gate. Voracek, who is still in his kind of early 30s, could be that captain for the next 3 or 4 years. Again, the salary is going to kind of hurt the Kraken here, but again, as a young franchise, they could kind of work around their cap issues and, trade away draft picks and stuff to avoid going over the cap limit or, other minor league players. So if I'm the Kraken, I'm going after Voracek. I mean, you look at other guys who cost like over $6 million that will be eligible. Jeff Skinner, Eric Johnson, Jakub Voracek. You go with Voracek because he's hands down the best player out of the three. What's your take on Voracek,
Absolutely,
Alex?
yeah. And I oh, sure, um,
Yeah, no, Voracek should. The Kraken should definitely take Voracek. I don't see no reason.
am I
why
having
they shouldn't.
difficulties or?
No, it was fine.
Oh, all right, now. Okay, now moving on, we're going back to the Pirates Gate show. And yes, guys, for those who, if you guys want to follow the Pirates Gate show, links in the description below. Instagram, Twitter, subscribe on the YouTube channel right here. Let's get to 1.5 mil at the start of the season.
1.5 mil.
I think it's a possibility. Yeah. So let's get 1.5
mil.
No, I
Hey,
mean,
no,
let's get
1.5 mil. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 1.5 mil.
No,
We send the standards high.
no. I mean, let's get to 1,500 followers at the start of the season. My mistakes. All right, ready to have some fun, boys? All right. And before we, former Capitals defenseman Brian Watson sadly passed away at age 78. He was part of the early Capitals, as you can see on this picture. So, anything to add about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate. I also made a post on, so let me just quickly pull up the stats real quickly. Yeah, he had 152 points in 977 regular season games. Again, just very unfortunate when former athlete passes away.
Yeah. Alright. Now let's go to... Now let's have some fun, shall we? Alright, now we're gonna start with your favorite team, the Los Angeles Kings. $750,000 deal. I'm not gonna say anything, so Graham, why don't you take over?
I mean, it's a solid piece for the defensive core. I really, there's not much to say other than he's going to be playing on the third line pairing next year. But, good signing. If he can get at least 15 assists next year, I'll be satisfied. Good signing.
Mm-hmm. Now we got some AHL news. So the American Hockey League announced the schedule with a certain amount of games in 3 divisions. 10 teams will play 76 games, 12 teams with 72 games, and 9 teams. The 9 teams are for like north teams. We'll play 68. Or no, I think it's the Pacific or the North, I believe. So we'll play 68 games. So, whoa, wait, what do you think about the schedule? Like, do you think it's pretty much organizing with amount of games?
Yeah, I was about to say, my only gripe is the amount of games. I mean, if you want to separate the league into divisions, it makes all the sense in the world. You want to make different teams play different amount of games. That's not great for a league. That shows a lot of unbalance, and quite frankly, shows that the schedule was rushed. You know, the AHL's not coming back for another 2-3 years. Why did they have to kind of mess up the schedule? I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. Next, some rumors. Per Larry Brooks, he suggests the New York Rangers could pursue Canadian center Philip Deneau, Lightning center Blake Coleman, and left wing Barclay Goodrow for a free agency sign. So, where do you think the Rangers might land between Deneau or Coleman or Goodrow?
Well, pigs can fly if they get Philip Deneau. What I'm going to say is that Blake Coleman is a good possibility. I see Goodrow going with another team, which we will eventually get to. But honestly, Blake Coleman makes sense. I heard that he could also go to Dallas or Edmonton, so we'll see. But, I mean, I would say Coleman's definitely the most logical option out of the three.
Yeah.
Philip Deneau's the best player, but I would be beyond stunned if Montreal doesn't try to get a contract in before free agency to get Deneau back. So give me Blake Coleman for the Rangers.
Yeah, I gotta go with Blake Coleman on this one because I think Coleman can be a better fit for the Rangers. Like Barclay Goodrow is trying to look for like a north area team, which
New
we
York's
will.
pretty north area.
Yeah, well. Anyway, well, whatever. Like Goodrow is probably looking to go to like a bubble team because since he already has his 2 Stanley Cups, he can like revive with the other team that he may go to, like a bubble team, like let's say like Arizona, Calgary, Vancouver. Those are the key bubble teams, and or maybe go to like a rebuild, probably like Ottawa, Detroit, L.A., Anaheim.
Don't go to Detroit. Whatever you do, don't go to Detroit.
So I think Blake Coleman is the best choice out of all these.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you're happy about this one.
I am.
Bruins re-signed center Juno Kupanen and Cameron Hughes both to their 1-year 2-way deals. You calmly said Cameron Hughes is gonna be a stud. Why is that?
Cameron Hughes is going to be a stud because he's just been landing up in Providence all year long. And it's time the Bruins finally call up an AHL player. This is the year we're going to be seeing Oscar Steen, Cameron Hughes, and hopefully more Trent Frederick. This is one of the main reasons why I don't see David Krejci coming back with the Bruins this year. Because the depth, they have depth in the forward position. The Bruins can call up someone like Steen or Hughes, and I think they can make an immediate impact. You know, if they play at least 50 games in the regular season, I could see them registering at least 10 points. Maybe expectations a bit too high. I don't know. We'll be the judge of that soon. And as for the other player, again, just another decent forward. He could be a taxi squad player for Boston this year, so we'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely. Next up, congratulations to Andrei Vasilevsky for winning the Conn Smythe.
Okay, congrats to Andrei Vasilevsky, but we said it last week, and I think we're going to say it again. Braden Point snubbed. Don't care. Yes, Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the AHL. Yes, Vasilevsky didn't win the Conn Smythe last year. Don't care. Braden Point snubbed. You do not score 9 straight goals in playoff games and not get the Conn Smythe. Ridiculous.
And here's also what people said the reason why Vasilevsky won. 5 straight shutouts for like serious decision games. 2020 in the Stanley Cup final when the Lightning beat the Dallas Stars. Eliminated Carolina. No. What was the first round? Florida shut out Florida in round 1. Round 2, they eliminated Carolina. Round 3, the New York Islanders 2-0, and then last week 1-0. Took care of business by the Montreal Canadiens. 5 outs and series-ending decisions. I think that's why that Vasilevsky got the Conn Smythe for that.
Yeah, no, he definitely got the Conn Smythe because all the series clinching shutouts. I get it, but still, give it a point.
Now we got some breaking news to talk about. Blues right wing Vladimir Tarasenko has requested a trade due to the organization not handling his past long-term injuries.
This is why you hire good professional hockey doctors and medical staff. So your franchise right winger isn't going to be like, oh, okay, I'll leave. Tarasenko right now is saying, I'm still kind of young. I'm approaching my 30s. I can still be a first-line contributor elsewhere. I've already won my cup with the Blues. I'll chase more success and more money. That's what Tarasenko's thinking right now. He's basically saying, thanks for the cup, but no thanks for the stuff you made me suffer through the past couple of years. I want out. And I don't blame him. If you are part of the doctor staff, just relieve yourself from your own duties. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. And like Tarasenko has shoulder injuries, and
Often.
if you're someone who's like a pure sniper, usually 30 like I saw 30 goal scorer, you're literally waving the red flag in your hands.
I mean,
you're literally waving the hurricane warning flag.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it comes down to who do the Blues have left now? O'Reilly, David Perron. It's like
Hoffman. Vince Dunn.
I mean, Hoffman
Krug.
might, but again, he may re-sign elsewhere. You just take a look at it, and now you're starting to realize that a lot of your core is gone. You know, Colin Parenko is still not happy with your team either, and you threw $36 million at Jordan Binnington. I don't know what you're doing.
Next up. Who's happy to see Beck Mallenstein return from a long-term injury last offseason? He earned himself.
I don't know much about this guy.
that Capitals re-signed left-wing Beck Mallenstein to a 1-year, $750,000 deal. The reason why I chose this picture because holding the teddy bear because he was out for the whole season, which I was so pumped over Marco Rossi. Yeah.
Alright.
But before the Rossi problem. So hopefully Mallenstein is NHL ready by the time he's well in training camp. Needs a good evaluation with if there is ever a preseason, probably not, but whatever. We need to see some little bit of value in the AHL like this upcoming year to determine he's NHL level. He's an NHL level player. In my mind, he is an NHL level player.
I mean, for a player like this, it just comes down to see how you do in the preseason, and you give this guy a shot if you have a minor injury to a third, fourth liner. If you're Washington, that's when you give this guy a shot.
Yeah. Maple Leafs re-signed defenseman. Oh, I forgot to put Travis Dermott. Great. To a 2-year, $1.5 million extension, and my autocorrect is garbage. So y'all can laugh.
That's
at
not
me.
even an autocorrect. That's just lack of rereading. Oh no. Well, we'll get that fixed. But yeah, Vermont, honestly, kind of an underrated signing. I mean, this guy really impressed me with the Erie Lake Otters back in his time in the. Oh,
it's Erie Otters, not.
Oh yeah, the Erie. Get that Erie in the Erie Lake. Anyway, Erie Otters. This guy impressed me a lot in junior hockey. I was more than thrilled to see him come to the NHL, and I think this is the year where we're finally going to get to see him on the Maple Leafs. Now, he's played 208 career games at 47 career points. That's all nice, but again, never played a full season. This right here is when he plays the full season. Yeah, he only had 6 points last year, but if he can sustain a job on that third line D pairing and not just be a taxi player, I'd expect him to get at least 15 points next year. He's still 25. This kid's got room still to develop. Or he's 24, rather, but he will be 25 at the start of the season.
Yeah. Speaking of Toronto, the Maple Leafs are interested to sign left-wing Taylor Hall on free agency sign. So, Taylor Hall to Toronto, yes or no?
I laugh in 1967. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Bruins have already offered Taylor Hall a 5-year, $25 million deal. Now the question remains, can Taylor Hall accept? I'm letting you know right now, Taylor Hall's staying in Boston. He already basically said that at the start of the offseason. The Maple Leafs can think they have something going on, but I can assure you they certainly don't. Expect the Bruin-Taylor Hall contract to be done by next week. That's all I'm going to say. The Bruins have already offered him a 5x5, and to my knowledge, it sounds like Hall is about to accept it any day now.
Taylor Hall, I honestly don't see him go to the Maple Leafs because I think that Hall is pretty much happy in Boston right now.
Exactly. His wife likes it in Boston too. You got to make the women happy. So just stay put, Taylor.
True. Speaking of Boston, Bruins left wing Jake DeBrusk. There are rumors about Bruins left wing Jake DeBrusk being traded to the Arizona Coyotes, Los Angeles Kings, or the Seattle Kraken.
Dude, I swear, if DeBrusk just goes from the Bruins to the Kings, he's still gonna haunt me. I want DeBrusk to go to Arizona. I would right now trade DeBrusk in a third for Connor Granlund. Don Sweeney most certainly will not do it, but that's what I would do personally. DeBrusk in a third for Garland. Makes sense. Just Kings or Kraken, whatever you do, don't pick this man up. Arguably the worst player on breakaways. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't deke. He goes on a breakaway, has great, tremendous speed, and then just shoots right at the goalie's pad. I'm like, can you not try to go 5-hole every time? Please and thank you. But yeah, no, I would honestly trade DeBrusk in a third, or like DeBrusk in a third and a fifth for Garland. I'd do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. The Flyers left wing Travis Konechny and Red Wings right wing Tyler Bertuzzi are both on their team's trading blocks per David Pagnotta. Is it way worse than Brock Besser on the trading block?
And well, it's not as bad as Brock Besser on the trading block, but oh my God, this is still pretty awful. I mean, why? What are the Flyers benefiting from trading away they're arguably their future first line center? Nolan, if you want to put Nolan Patrick on the trading block, I see what you're doing here. Travis Konechny, you stay away from putting players like Travis Konechny on the trading block. And for Tyler Bertuzzi, at least it's not Dylan Larkin, but he's still your second best player. What are you doing? Putting this guy, bring your franchise left winger on the trading block. What are you going to do? Trade for more draft picks? Detroit's been tanking for the last 4 years. What do they need more draft picks for? And they're still going to suck for at least another 2. Stop it, Detroit and Philadelphia. Keep your young core players and build for the future. Good Lord.
Yeah, the future is more important.
Future is important.
Like last year, which I can't believe it's been.
Oh, you go.
like last year when we talked about Brock Besser, you did not bring connecting Bertuzzi up in the news. Cause
or connecting.
Cause yes,
worse
on the
Detroit, in my opinion.
Like you pretty much don't bring up Bertuzzi up in the news. Like yes, like the Detroit is in a rebuild. So like my question is Steve Eisenman, what are you doing? You're literally the best GM in the planet, and now you want to trade 2020 All-Star Tyler Bertuzzi at least like you said, it's not Dylan Larkin. If it was Dylan Larkin, then everybody is gonna like scream. Moving on. This is pretty much a breakdown. Coyotes for Michael Bunting is gonna test free agency. He's most likely an AHL guy. He's pretty much gonna get like a two-way deal. So
yeah, I can't put much input on this guy.
So yeah. Moving on.
Oh, this made me sad.
Bruins left wing center Charlie Coyle is recovering from surgery to repair an avulsion fracture in his left kneecap and a small tear in patellar tendon, and he will be ready for training camp. Good news about it is that he's going to be ready for training camp.
I hope he's ready for training camp. Great piece for the third line. Mr. Jack Donto, 14, in our comment section. Do not trade him. Yes, the contract is a little overpriced. That is why we'll get to Kevin Miller retiring. Don't bring back David Krejci, and you rely on the future. The first line of Providence right now. Relax. There's no need to trade Charlie Coyle. Also, you might trade Jake DeBrusk for the trouble too. So, I'm not complaining. No need to trade Coyle.
Yeah. Yeah. The Carolina Hurricanes. That's why I put the picture for Grant.
I had to play it because this is in Raleigh.
That's why I had to put that picture for Grant.
Oh, of course. They're staying in the PNC Arena until 2025. Great. Remember when the Hurricanes were going to relocate? They got a passionate fan base again, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm glad that we got the brass bonanza back. Devils re-signed defenseman Jonas Sigurdsson to a 2-year deal. I am praising Devils fans. I am praising the Devils front office.
He's a good underrated defenseman. I can't really blame New Jersey for wanting to bring him back. Siegenthaler is pretty good. So, good signing there for New Jersey. And it's just under 1.2 mil as well. You do that. You make that contract all day.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Do we even talk about Kucherov?
Might as well we can.
After absolutely shotgun blast in the Canadiens fan base, Bud Light decided, hey, we'll give this guy a partnership. And so now apparently Kucherov and a couple other Lightning players are part of Bud Light sponsorship now. Incredible.
and
Incredible.
yeah. uh, I like he said like thank God that we're not going back to Montreal because like in Game 4 they were the fans that were acting like they wanted the Stanley Cup. Like come on,
Oh, and they
that's
absolutely
the
were.
kid.
They absolutely were.
Mm. All right, moving on. All right, Capitals right wing TJ Oshie won the AC championship last on I forgot what was 4 days ago, but anyway, and he beat Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes from 369 yards. As far as I know, TJ Oshie is good at golf.
Explains why the Capitals got eliminated in the playoffs all those years. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I have to throw
stop
in
for
my
the.
punches. I have to throw in my cheap shots while I can. But the fact that TJ Oshie outgolfed Patrick Mahomes, I'm impressed. And I actually like TJ Oshie, so I'm happy for him. Golf claps in the meantime.
Yeah. So per reports, the Philadelphia Flyers and the Edmonton Oilers have linked for a trade acquisition of Blues right wing Vladimir Tarasenko. Edmonton is the front runner choice of all this. But if they do that, they have to get rid of James Neal, I swear to God.
I mean, no, Edmonton has to buy out James Neal, Tarasenko, or no Tarasenko. I'm just going to put it this way. The Flyers were to trade away Konechny. Here's the trade you do it. I still personally wouldn't do it, but if you were going to trade Konechny, you trade him straight up to the Blues for Tarasenko and see what they say. As for Edmonton, it makes sense, but with what salary cap?
They have to retain it. They have to retain
They
it.
have to retain at least the Blues are definitely going to have to retain for both teams. Pretty much in general, if a Tarasenko trade's going to occur, St. Louis is going to have to bite some of that cap. That's the moral of the story. And they're going to have quite a bit of money. They're going to have quite a few millions in dead cap. But I just don't know. Again, Edmonton, I don't see them making the trade to the salary cap. In Philadelphia, it makes sense. It's just if it's for Travis Konechny, I just wouldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe if you can throw in like Nolan Patrick, Bool to Bool, and maybe a couple other players, that could work. But no, not for Konechny.
Yeah. Moving on. The St. Louis Blues have been linked on Flame Center Johnny Gaudreau at the Calgary Flames don't work out on an extension this offseason. So, Gaudreau, well, since you posted something on Fluster Sports Zone, which might as well we can talk about that since it's pretty much involved Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, basically what it was is just. I'll wait until Alex shares the screen.
I'm sorry, bear with me really quick.
Oh, no problem.
Ta-da!
Here is another good Vladimir Tarasenko mock trade. How about Tarasenko for Gaudreau straight up?
Like a one-on-one trade. No draft picks.
Maybe throw in a pick, who knows. But listen, for Calgary, this makes sense. Tarasenko can pretty much just be Gaudreau's replacement. And St. Louis can kind of stay in the playoff picture, train for something like Johnny Gaudreau. Still has someone to play aside Ryan O'Reilly, which is good. And maybe if they work on a deal with Mike Hoffman, they still have a pretty good first line. It works for both teams.
Absolutely. And next topic, going back to Periscope show, which happened this past week. Avalanche goaltender Philip Grubauer has participated in the 2021 All-Star Celebrity Softball Game.
I didn't even do good.
I didn't pay attention, but
I didn't pay attention either. I was like dead tired after the home run derby, but yeah. Hope he did well. He probably won like player of the game or something. We just are completely oblivious to it.
Yeah. All right, next.
We have the hockey version of push for Blake, everyone.
Now start. Push for Kaprizov.
Yeah.
All right.
Push for
Michael Russo. Per Michael Russo. Wild left wing Kirill Kaprizov has rejected his 8-year, $9 million AAV offer, and he's looking for a 4-year, $10 million or $11 million AAV.
Do it. That is expensive, but you do it. You don't just have your guy win the Calder and not show up. That's not what you do.
Moving on. Nostalgia of the week. Pierre Maguire.
No, it's not.
Pierre Maguire. Well, kind of.
Colin Miller is the nostalgia of the week.
Hold on, we have not get to that yet.
We will get to him too. This is nostalgia of the week, I guess. Nostalgia of the week.
Nostalgia of the week. We'll say that. Yeah. Former NBCSN analyst Pierre Maguire will now be the senior vice president of player development.
Have fun listening to his annoying voice, Ottawa. That's all I'm gonna say.
Next up, per Frank Saravelli, Golden Knights right wing Riley Smith and Rangers right wing Pavel Buchnevich both on their trading blocks.
Again, what is with the blasphemy of just putting really good second liners on your trade block? What does this do for your future? Now, Vegas with Riley Smith actually kind of does make sense because Vegas will need to clear up salary room if they want to extend Robin Lehner to a long term. Pavel Buchnevich? Why? Riley makes sense. Riley Smith makes sense, but Buchnevich doesn't. At all, in the slightest. The Rangers need a player like him for future playoff runs. Do reporters not understand that? Or does management not understand that? Nobody understands it. I don't know anymore. But rip solid second liners. You're just going to be put on the trading block.
Yeah, and shout out to Gage. Why are you putting Buchnevich on the trading block? Do the Rangers want to rebuild because Buchnevich is a good player? Yes! He's solid, but Buchnevich is part of the Rangers' future.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Alright, moving on. Hold on. Got a little bit of difficulties. Alright. Per reports, the Boston Bruins are going to try to go after Lightning for Blake Coleman and free agency. Coleman to Boston, yes. Oh wait, Barclay Goodrow, duh.
Hey, I would rather Coleman than Goodrow, I ain't gonna lie. But Goodrow, I could see him sign with the Bruins, honestly, on a 2-year deal. And I think if Goodrow signs, expect them to move on from Nick Ritchie. That's all I'm going to say. Bruins sign Goodrow, they get rid of Ritchie.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we're pretty much ready for some fun. Oh, wait, not yet.
Well, no. We got plenty of news. Keep going. Plenty of news.
Yes. We're going some more. Alright. Blackhawks trade defenseman Duncan Keith to the Oilers for defenseman Caleb Jones in a 2021. I think it's a third-round pick.
It's a third-round pick.
Third round.
I am laughing. Peter Chiarelli did it again, ladies and gentlemen. He punched another trade, trading a 24-year-old defenseman and a third-round pick for a 38-year-old defenseman who ain't gonna get any higher than third-line minutes. Why would you make this trade? I know Caleb Jones has been on the trading block, but to trade him they trade him for the wrong defenseman. They got Nikita Zaitsev. This is a good trade for both sides, but this is just clear robbery for Chicago. And now watch Duncan Keith pull a Corey Crawford and not play a game with the Oilers. Remember, Crawford, of course, signed with the Devils before retiring. Watch it happen here. Duncan Keith may retire during training camp. Especially if he gets a serious injury or something, he's done.
Yeah. Let's see if your dreams do come true, like I always say.
Or maybe Keith will just have one point.
Who's ready for some fun? Don't let me did it. I'm gonna give him a.
I'm giving them like the slowest claps in history.
Good job, Lightning. You broke the Stanley Cup. And sadly, the Stanley Cup is game repaired in Montreal.
They have to bring it back to Montreal for repairs.
No.
Why? Lightning! You ruined everything!
Now, my question is, who broke the Stanley Cup? Now we're going to give them a lie detector test. See, who did it?
$20. It was Maroon.
Yes, everybody said Maroon did it.
I mean,
the reason why
for Patrick Maroon, you have a good speculation at least.
Because that's why Maroon has been caught, has been spotted in that picture. Good job, Tampa. Way to go. Alright, another round of applause.
To the future Hall of Fame goalie, Pekka Rinne. He will forever be too good. You will forever be too good right now.
Yes.
If you are a man of culture, you understand what I'm saying.
He will have his number retired. He will have his number retired at Bridgestone Arena at some point soon.
For sure. For sure. There ain't no contemplating. This man getting his jersey retired. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's going to the Team Finland Hall of Fame. If there is a Finland Hall of Fame, he's going there too. And always better than Rask. Deal with it. Always have been, always will be.
Yes, sir. Now, the push for Kaprizov is about to be done at some point soon. Because while defenseman Ryan Suter and left wing Zach Parise both been bought out by their crazy contracts.
4 years, over $8 million remaining on both contracts. Woo! Minnesota. It comes down to Kaprizov or Fiala. Which one you sign? Your answer should be Kaprizov, but oh boy. Getting rid of Ryan Suter and Zach Parise, that obviously is going to sting, but I'll tell you what, it had to be done. You should have bought them out after 2019, if I'm being completely real with you. But obviously, because they would have 6 years left on the deal, you're like, well, I'm not going to do that. Ryan Suter, I don't know what to make of him. Zach Parise is definitely going to land elsewhere. Actually, I see Zach Parise going to the Islanders. But for Ryan Suter, Unless he signs a 1-year deal elsewhere, he's retiring. But I do think Suter will end up signing a 1-year deal with the Sharks. That's just my prediction for now.
No, I think Sue's going to a cup contending team, which we will talk about that soon. Moving on. Now we're getting some today news. Now the fun starts. There are rumors if the New Jersey Devils will go after Islanders defenseman Adam Pelech to be offer sheeted this offseason. So, Adam Pelech to New Jersey. Yes or no?
Makes sense. No. It makes sense, but personally, I don't know. I think Pelech's just gonna stay with the Islanders.
Yeah, like same thing, but on a different perspective. Here's the thing: if the Devils want to offshoot Adam Pelech, you have to get rid of a couple of your defensemen in order to make that work for offer sheet wise. You might have to get rid like Will Butcher, Connor Carrick, or any of these guys. Maybe a forward like AJ Greer, probably who can have the same alliance as Adam Pelech.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no for now because I don't think the offer sheet wise would work out. Like I said, makes sense, but I don't think the offer sheet's gonna work out because what would New Jersey do if they get rid of one of their defensemen in their organization and then the Islanders can offer sheet one of the Devils guys and then it can be like a one-on-one offer sheet. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, New Jersey could definitely use Adam Pelech. I mean, again, I was just talking about how the defense is letting Scott Wedgwood out to dry earlier on the show. It makes sense, for New Jersey to target a defenseman like Adam Pelech. It's again, I just don't know if the Islanders want to part ways with them. And again, they can match offer sheets. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Next up, it's loading. Alright, Jersey Devils will take a look at a veteran goaltender to mentor Devils goaltender Mackenzie Blackwood for the 2021-22 NHL season. Who am I thinking? Probably Scott Wedgwood, like we've talked about. Or you may look... Yeah. What's that motion, Grant?
I'm just looking for Mackenzie Blackwood's contract, and here's what Blackwood should do to his contract. Rip it up to shreds. I'm the best goalie you've had since Martin Brodeur. You want to trade me for nothing? I terminate my own contract right now. Slap in the face to Mackenzie Blackwood. You want to talk about Wedgwood being underrated? This guy's even more underrated. Bruins, bring in this man if Dan Vladar's not ready. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Now I got pieces of paper everywhere.
We got nostalgia of the week.
Finally, Colin Miller retires at 33 due to some.
No, it's Kevin Miller.
Whoops, he's on the Knights. Kevin Miller, that's right. Retiring at 33. Thanks for all he's done in Boston. True member of, great community member, solid player. Just got injured too often. That's what really held him back. He just got injured way too often. And again, it's gonna suck that his last game as a Bruin is gonna be cheap shotted by a Capital without a penalty. We remember that hit from Game 4, don't we, Brandon Dillon? Which just makes that even worse that Dillon wasn't fined or given a penalty. Ridiculous. Best of luck on retirement, Kevin. I appreciate all you've done with the Bruins. And now, well, hopefully Brandon Dillon will get some bad hockey. He'll get some bad hockey karma.
We're moving on. Per Darren Drager, the Buffalo Sabres and the Minnesota Wild are making a trade on Sabres center Jack Eichel. Another push for Kaprizov.
I mean, this all but erases the push for Kaprizov if this was to happen. I'm going to say it won't, though. Listen, Eichel's going to go to a team that has next to no salary cap. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Moving on. Speaking of Minnesota, well, technically not, but the Colorado Avalanche, the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Washington Capitals are the three front-runner teams that could sign defenseman Ryan Suter this offseason. The mic drop said that Ryan Suter will sign the Vegas Golden Knights. Cup or bust.
Please, Capitals, it's your perfect Zdeno Chara replacement. Sign this man. Please, Washington. It's never a good day when I can't laugh at the Capitals.
I'm gonna say the Vegas Golden Knights, cup or bust, because you guys will have a dominating defense core. I'm talking about Shea Theodore, Alec Martinez, Ryan Suter, Alex Pietrangelo, Nick Hague, Zach Whitecloud. You guys are stacked to the max. Alright. Next up. Okay, this might be so weird. You see this logo? That's the Johnny Canuck.
Yeah.
Yep. The new AHL team, the Abbotsford Canucks, featuring the Johnny Canuck as their main logo.
I mean, it's a good logo, so I can't really complain.
Here's what I wrote pretty much. The Abbotsford Canucks unveiled their logo, and this logo will pay homage to the Canucks' old alternate logo in the early 2000s. So I'll say that's a good homage, but why not be more creative? Like create like a other logo. Like yes, I understand that your team name is the Abbotsford Canucks. Johnny Canuck can be your alternate logo for your team. And find the creative one. Like I saw some like rumor or like logo concepts that has the word like Abbotsford with like the airplane shooting up.
Yeah.
And like with the smoke with the word like Abbotsford, like good logo, but I would say it should be creative, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, huge news has occurred, and I already have it up on my account. So before we get to this awesome re-signing of Brandon Carlo, I think there's some some major news we need to cover. Again, I've already.
I think I know what it is. Is. Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Is it Shea Weber? Are we talking about Shea Weber?
It's Shea Weber.
Let's talk about it.
Oh
If you already
boy.
posted, if you already posted it, have
I
you?
did.
All right. Might as well. I can pull that up for you.
Huge
All
news.
right. Huge news. Absolutely. Stop screen. Alright, now I will share your screen, my dude. Now, fire away.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Canadians defenseman Shea Weber has broken his thumb. He played through a thumb injury throughout the playoffs, and now it is broken. He could miss the entire season next year. And also something to raise an eyebrow at, he will be eligible to be claimed by the Kraken in the expansion draft now that Montreal will not want to protect him due to this injury. Not only will he miss next season, most likely the full season, but he will also now be eligible to be claimed by the Kraken. And now, what I said about Jacob Voracek may be applied to Shea Weber. Let's just say that.
Alright. Now let's go back to your favorite signing, Grant.
Yeah.
Bruins defenseman Brandon Carlo signed to a 6-year, $4.1 million deal. I'm not going to say anything, so Grant, why don't you take it away?
Yeah. This is a lot of money. 6 years, 24.6 mil for a defenseman who constantly gets injured. Again, he only had 4 points last season. But again, that's due to injury. This guy is 24. Before you freak out saying, oh my God, it's an overpayment, why were you so tough on the Wild re-signing Eriksson Ek and not the Bruins re-signing Carlo? And if you want me to be completely honest with you, I wish the Bruins got rid of the Taylor Hall contract right now. I wish they re-signed Hall before anyone else. But here's why this Brandon Carlo makes sense. Yes, he hasn't gotten more than 19 points in a season. But again, he's only played 82 games once, and that was in his rookie year. If he can continue to develop as a second-line defensive pairing, maybe even bump McAvoy down to the second line, or heck, bump Carlo up to the first line, Carlo could easily average 25 to 30 points a year. Again, he's 24. They got him locked up till he's 30. Brandon Carlo, being a draft pick out of the 2015 draft, he was projected to be a long-term project, and I'm glad the Bruins are not going to give up on Carlo just yet. They're going to work around his injuries. They're going to slot him, I would say, at least at the beginning of the season on the second line, on the D-core, and we'll take it from there. But right now, this is not a contract to stress about. Now, I got to be honest, re-sign Taylor Hall before you run out of money. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, that good signing overall.
Yeah. Good sign for Boston for sure. And speaking of creative, we got 3 more topics to talk about. The Portland Winterhawks in the Western Hockey League have unveiled their new logo and word mark, which will debut in the 2021-22 WHL season. W or L?
The logo's a W. Is the change of the logo unnecessary? I'm not trying to get into that. In my opinion, it is, but we don't need to get into why they changed the logo. But yes, the logo in general looks better. I'm sorry, but it looked too familiar to the Blackhawks logo. Now you have an actual eagle, and you get to keep the name as well. It's a W for sure.
Absolutely. Like I think they're doing. It's a W for sure because they are being creative.
Right.
Moving on. Penguins re-signed center Teddy Bluger to a 2-year, $2.2 million AAV. Good signing, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, very good signing for that third
If it
line.
was Jim
I like it a
Rutherford, then
lot.
it would be like a 3 point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good that
Oh,
Pittsburgh didn't overpay him. You know, he's a solid third liner that can get you 20 points a year. He's not going to wow you. He's just going to do his job as your typical scrappy third line center. Oh, and he's better than Jake DeBrusk on Brady, so that's a good
yeah, true.
start.
Like as a Caps fan, yeah, you guys are gonna call me high. Teddy Bluger, I've been impressed with him on his offensive game.
No, he's
Breakaway,
been very impressive.
breakaways, yeah. So I mean, like good signing, but I would say like give him like a 3 year, 2.5 million deal, or a 3x3 if we're talking. So I'm really satisfied about the signing for sure. And last one, Sabres left wing Jeff Skinner has waived his no movement clause, and he will be eligible for the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. I hope Sabres fans are gonna throw a parade.
They ain't throwing no parade because Seattle ain't picking him. I hate to break the news to you, and I'm going to totally break the news to you right now. You want to know who Buffalo's going to go after here?
What?
Or at least they should go after?
What?
I want them to go after Cody Eakin. That'd be tough, but I would prefer if they did.
Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much it. The moment you guys have been waiting for, the main talk about, we will get your CL Kraken mock expansion drafts. Who's happy for some picks? It's about time we finally get an expansion team. We're finally gonna get to react. Next week will be the CL Kraken reaction expansion draft. Who's pumped about that? I am.
Oh my goodness. I'm beyond stoked. And we'll be having our guest on for a while.
Yeah. So, Graham, would you like to go first, or I can go first?
Oh, yeah. I guess I could go first. Just gonna have to. You're gonna have to share my screen though. So
All
basically,
right, okay.
the way. So
Yeah.
how do I do this? The ones picked in green, or do they say like who's protected, and who's not, and stuff?
Hold on, I don't see like a screen popped up.
Wait, hold up. Nope, that's not bad. Hold up. We'll do this right now. Whoops. There we go.
I apologize for some difficulties, guys.
Nah, but now we're good.
All right. I'm gonna go on full screen for. All right. So you actually have to hit quick protect.
Yes, so quick protect. I think I already did. Did you work? Well, whatever. It says the players that are checked off in green meet the requirements. So that's good.
There you go. There you go.
Yep, good. Okay, so.
All right. So where are you at right?
So for the
Oh,
Anaheim.
I was about to say like.
Who are the Ducks gonna pick here?
So go up on the
No.
screen.
I'm just getting confused. I've never really done this before. Okay. For the Kraken, they select from the Anaheim Ducks.
Hold
Let's say
on.
they select
Are no if you go all the way to the top, you have to hit draft team, which is up there, right, up right
Wait.
there. You have to
Oh.
hit draft team.
Oh my goodness, we got the wrong thing. What am I doing? All right, we'll switch over to that. Again, I'm not familiar with Cap Friendly at all, so Alex can guide me through here. While my computer takes forever to load. And it will take forever to load. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, good. Now, we are on draft a team. And again, the players highlighted in green fit the requirements. So, for the Seattle Kraken, I think they select Derek Grant, a solid fourth liner, I guess. I mean, he could be used. So we'll go with the Ducks, Derek Grant, if my computer will cooperate. Oh, don't you love technology, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Now, we are on the Coyotes. And I'm going to say they're going to take... Who would they take? If I'm the Coyotes, who am I taking? Tyler Pitlick is another solid, third, fourth liner. So we'll go with him for that. For the Boston Bruins.
Who did you pick for Arizona? I'm sorry.
For Arizona, I picked Tyler Pitlick. For the Bruins.
Yes, he's like a left wing.
For who am I picking? I'm going to pick, please take Jeremy Lazone. But no, I think they're going to pick Connor Clifton. I've already heard reports that they are interested in taking Connor Clifton. So I'll play it smart and go with Clifton there. For the Sabres, like I mentioned, Andreas Bajort, I would look for him. But personally, I think they'll go after Cody Eakin, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Now for the Flames, Michael Backlund's available, but I don't know if they're going to want to do that cap hit. I will say that they'll probably go after Christopher Tanev. Why not? We'll go with him. So there's now 2 defensemen gone. For the Brass Bonanzas, who are we going with? Brady Shea? Brady Shea makes sense. However,
yeah,
I'm thinking, never mind. I'm thinking they'd take Brady Shea because they're going to need a solid defenseman. I was going to say they could go after Pierre Mrazek, but he wasn't there, so we won't go with him. Okay, for the Blackhawks now, I think they could go after Calvin DeHaan. I wouldn't be surprised there. So now for the Avalanche, I want to say for Colorado, they could go after Johannes Johnson as their backup. I think that makes sense. However, I feel like a team from Colorado, you're going to want to get more bang for your buck. And although, JT Comfort is a little bit too high, they could get Valerie Nichushkin. So let me get...
Nichushkin!
That's a very good player, if I'm being honest. The same thing with Columbus here with Eric Robinson. You take these, mid-20, year-old players, and you develop into proper third, second liners, it's going to work tremendously for you. Now for the Stars. I think right here is where we're on the Stars, right? Are we on the Red Wings? We're on the Red Wings. Okay, I fast forward a team. Whoops.
You're
right
you're
here.
in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm definitely on Detroit. I want to say Bobby Ryan. Wait, but Ryan's not eligible.
Wait, you skipped Dallas. You skipped Dallas.
I know. Hold on. Let me just get rid of the Red Wings while I'm here. For Detroit, I don't really know. No one really fits what they need right now. Danny DeKaiser, that's $5 million. Let me go with Bobby Ryan. Sure.
Yeah.
Now back to Dallas. think they're going to be looking at a veteran in Anjay Sekera. They'll need some veteran osity in that lineup, so sure, we'll go with him. For the Oilers, no, Edmonton, they're not taking James Neal off your hands. I hate to break the news to you. They're not going to be taking Chris Russell off your hands either. No, they're going to get Stuart Skinner as their backup. This guy impressed me quite a bit. No, this guy has impressed me a lot throughout his junior hockey days, and I think he's ready to be a full-time NHLer. Noel Achari would be tremendous for the Kraken here. However, I seen them going after Manson Marchment instead. Younger player, again, could fill in the role as a bottom sixer. Noel Achari could definitely be taken there, though. As for the Kings, I would say right now that Oli Mata, I know he's not the best player in the world, but again, if you want to build a strong defense, he's certainly not an awful player to have. So, yeah, for a young team, I do that. Okay, for Minnesota, our first nuke drop, Matthew Dumba. Oh, boy. Sorry, Minnesota. Hey, listen, at least that way you can maybe bring back Fiala with Kaprizov. Sorry, not sorry. You can build your great forward core, but you can gut your defense.
Yeah.
All right. For the Montreal Canadiens, give me Jake Evans. Had a decent playoffs despite his injury, and I like him a lot. So we'll go Jake Evans for the Kraken there. For the Nashville Predators, I would love to see Pecorine go here, but obviously that's not going to occur. So they're stuck picking a defenseman, and they're going to ultimately go with Matthew Benning, Jim Benning's son. Crazy enough.
I also chose a defenseman for Nashville. So
Yeah. Devils, they aren't taking PK Subban off your hands. Sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And to be completely honest, I don't know who you really take from New Jersey. I mean, maybe Nathan Baston, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, imagine. Oh, hold on. Imagine if Bastian and Jeff Skinner are teammates.
That would be something.
He's gonna feel bad for calling him the most overpaid player in the league.
All right.
Up for the Islanders.
We're in New York. They're going to want to go after. I'm kind of run low on defensemen. Let me see. Who would the Kraken want? Honestly, call me nuts. And this really isn't a good pick. But let's get Joshua Hosang's career back on track.
Oh my god!
Why not? Why not? We'll pick Joshua Hosang for the Kraken. All right, for the Rangers, they are not going to take Tony DeAngelo off their hands, and I'm going to select Keith Kincaid as their third string goalie, maybe backup because he has more NHL experience than Skinner. So I'll take, right now, either Kincaid as their second or third string goalie. For Ottawa, I gotta be honest with you, this is that team that I'm not too sure who they go after. Austin Watson's a solid piece, though, so let me go with Austin Watson. For the Philadelphia Flyers, I have to do it. Where
Another nuke.
No, what? There's Pittsburgh. Wait a minute. What? Where's the? Where is he? There was no Voracek here. There's no Voracek. Well, they're taking Shane Goss's spares all. Correct. There you go. At least he can get some playing time there. For the Kraken, or for the Penguins, Jeff Carter. Why not? He'll probably be their first liner.
Yeah.
For the Sharks, this one's tough. I would love to say Patrick Marleau, but no. I am not going to say Marleau. And to be completely honest with you, I don't really know who or what else they would need. But Radim Simic's okay, so we'll go with him for the Sharks. For the Blues, for St. Louis, who would they go after here? Oscar Sundqvist might not be bad one. Actually, Samuel Bias isn't bad either. They got options with the Blues. I know Jacob De La Rose wants out. We'll go with Oscar Sundqvist. That'll be
interesting. Interesting.
That's the Blues third line. That would suck for them. And
also, hold on. But before you make your Tampa Bay pick, Oscar Sundqvist was actually my Vegas pick.
Wow. All right, moving on. You know, if you gotta win the Stanley Cup, you need to have Patrick Maroon on your team. You know, for $900,000, we're getting Patrick Maroon. All right, for the Maple Leafs, I gotta be real with you. I have nothing here. Ben Hutton is a name I've heard being thrown around. Justin Holl, though, makes sense. Zach Bogosian's also decent, but Justin Holl for Toronto is going to be my pick.
Now
Vancouver. They aren't taking Louis Erickson's contract or Antoine Roussel's. Sorry, not sorry. Jimmy Vesey is certainly a player to look at. Matthew Highmore's another one, but I'm going to go with Jimmy Vesey.
And now,
for your beloved Washington Capitals, and my despised Washington Capitals. All right.
Please don't pick who I think you're going to pick.
Well, who do you think I'm going to pick?
No, don't go down.
What?
Don't go on the goalies. Don't go on the goalies.
I was going to pick Michael Kempney.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Vanecek's available, though. He's available. And then for the Jets, the last team, they need another goalie, and they're going to get Laurent Brossoit. Now, here's my drift. The Kraken are going to wait in free agency to get a goaltender. Before you're saying, oh, what the heck, they're drafting Skinner, Brossoit, and Kincaid. Yes, those are not going to be your three goalies. Those are going to be three goalies they select. But that's not going to be the three goalie tandem hanging the next year. No. They either sign Rask or Grubauer in free agency. And I still gave the Kraken about $20 million to work with because I still think they can go after Voracek. And honestly, if they still have $20 million left in salary cap, they're going to go after either Grubauer or Rask. Just as a Bruins fan, go after Grubauer.
All right. Here are my picks. There are some things that's quite confusing you, but I'll give a good explanation, like a little breakdown. How's that? Anaheim. Well, but before I start, Seattle is looking for like a young team. So yes, young teams make sense, but in my mind, I think when you're looking for goaltenders, I think you're gonna look for like veteran, like veteran to support the young defensemen if they're having trouble. So so that's my spoiler alert. All right, you guys ready? All right, Anaheim. So you're pretty much looking for a young defenseman, and I think Josh Mahura. I'm going for Josh Mahura.
All right.
If I didn't pick Mahura, then like Jacob Larson can be a good pick.
Jake
Um,
Wilson's a decent pick.
yeah. Arizona. I don't see Goligoski or Demers come in. Probably another depth defenseman. I'm gonna go with Aaron Ness because here's why for Aaron Ness. Struggling with a cup contending team. He was with the Islanders and the Capitals, but could not handle the NHL. Played lots of games in Arizona last season, and then play a little bit this season. So if he plays for Seattle, then I think he can have like quality time with Seattle. That's just me. Boston, I had to drop the nuke. Craig Smith.
No. Ow, my God, that would pain me. Don't do it, Kraken. He's a great player, but don't do it.
Buffalo, you gotta go for a defenseman. If it was not Rasmus Ristolainen, you gotta go with Jake McCabe.
Nick McCabe makes sense.
Calgary, like I said, like you said, Michael Backlund. They probably might not take Backlund's contract or Derek Ryan's. But if you're looking for a right winger, solid middle of the lineup type player, I'm talking about Josh Levo.
Yeah, Josh Levo's been underrated for a long time.
Now the Brass Bonanzas. Now, if you're talking about right wing, around mid to late 20s, you gotta go with Jesper Fast. On this one, he can be the alternate captain for the Kraken. Chicago. Lots of good options here. Well, you got millions of options like Nikita Zadorov, Ryan Carpenter, Zach Smith, Brett Connolly, Brandon Hagel, Riley Stillman. I gotta get Ryan Carpenter.
Ryan Carpenter was probably my second pick. Very good player who could fit in the second line actually for Seattle.
Colorado. Devin Dubnyk. Now Columbus has to drop out a defenseman. Probably Dean Kukin, Scott Harrington, Gabriel Carlson, or Ab Clendenning. In my mind, the exposure-wise, Dean Kukin.
Yeah.
Now Dallas. They're pretty much gonna go for a younger center. Or let's say a younger forward to be specific. Maybe Adam Masherin can be a possibility. Nick Camarno, Joel Esperance, Justin Dowling, or Jason Dickinson. If you want to talk about defensemen, like Honka can be the front runner possibility. Alexia can be one. Vatanen. Kudobin is unlikely, possibly, depending on Ottinger and Bishop's situations. But to play it safe, you gotta go with Jason Dickinson. Now Detroit, now they're gonna have to leave a veteran defenseman. Now Seattle's gonna go for a veteran player on Detroit. It's gonna be it's gonna be a big surprise, but Alex Biega. I'm going with Biega, wherever he is. Yeah, Biega. Oh. Edmonton, you gotta go with James Neal. I've been picking James Neal for Seattle, my whole expansion draft predictions with my other friends. James Neal is the front runner. I can see it happening. Florida, I think you're gonna see a goaltender game picked. But between Drager or Montembeau, which I've been hearing rumors about, I'll go with Sam Montembeau. Sam Montembeau, it's pretty much like a surprise to everyone, but think about his preparation and the opportunity. Like he's not gonna have the opportunity in Florida because Spencer Knight is gonna get ready. So I think Montembeau is pretty much your choice.
Yeah.
LA, I'm sorry, Grant, to tell you this. Curtis McDermott.
Nice, decent defenseman. That sucks. At least you didn't say Matt Roy, though, so. Soul for a soul.
Yeah. Sorry. Huh. Now, Minnesota, Matt Dumba. Now, Montreal, and Weber is not on the list, but that's okay. I am going to make a surprise. Arturi Lehkonen.
That is a mini nuke. Well, I mean, kind of. It's a great player. And Montreal, that's going to hurt for their first two lines.
Yeah. Nashville. Probably need someone to get ready to be on the line for the whole season. Tyler Lewington. New Jersey. I've been talking about a certain player, AJ Greer. I think Greer is gonna have a solid jump to the Seattle Kraken. Probably be at top 6 potential, probably. Or third line left wing potential. Now if you're looking for the Islanders, you're pretty much going to look for a older goaltender, probably considering like a depth player. Corey, should I go with Schneider?
Oh my goodness. I was really making a Corey Schneider joke with my friend earlier today.
Oh, wow.
Because
well,
apparently, the joke was when I was doing the Bruins Canucks Game 7 game about a month ago, when it was 3-0, I said, was it too late to put in Corey Schneider? And when I went back to listen to that the other day, I just started dying laughing because it's like, imagine saying in 2021, is it too late to turn to Corey Schneider? It's funny how time flies. But, yeah, Kraken, go with the 3 goalies I said. Avoid Corey Schneider at all costs.
Yeah. Now I'm going to pick a shocker, a nuke, Scott Mayfield.
That's a good pick.
The New York Rangers. I picked center Brett Howden. Wherever he is. There we go. The Senators de Ottawa. They're going to get rid of Derek Stepan. They're going to get Derek Stepan.
That makes sense.
Philly. Felix Sandstrom.
Right.
Pittsburgh Penguins. They're going to look for a young center. And Sam Lafferty. San Jose. They're going to pick a right winger who pretty much had a little bit of success but played a little bit of this season. Curtis Gabriel. The reason why is that they have no options around it. But I think Gabriel can be like an obvious pick in my mind. St. Louis. I'm going to pick a left winger. 27-year-old Mackenzie McEachern. Tampa Bay Lightning. I have to throw a curveball with this one. Barclay Goodrow.
I mean,
Now
they ain't going to go after Maroon. I think they go after Tyler Johnson. But Goodrow's certainly not a bad prediction either.
Yeah. Now, if you want to talk about Toronto, probably a winning defenseman, Zach Bogosian. Like a solid shutdown defenseman. Why not Bogosian?
I mean, I feel like Justin Holl brings more offensive fight, but Bogosian's definitely not a bad pick either.
Yeah. Vancouver Canucks, obviously no Louis Eriksson, no Antoine Roussel, Tanner Pearson. Now I'm going to save the Capitals for last. Winnipeg, I'm going to pick Dominic Tominato.
Oh, yeah, he just got signed this week. Probably why for the expansion draft. Good pick.
Alright, Washington.
Break your heart. I want you to break your own heart.
Between Dowd, Sherry, or Sprong. Oof. I have to throw the bomb. I have to throw a Jarrett Cole strikeout. 129th pitch down the middle. Daniel Sprong. Gotta pick Sprong, sadly.
One player I knew you were gonna pick Sprong. You knew it.
Oh. Alright guys, that's our expansion draft list. I'm gonna make the full list and post it on Instagram.
Yes.
About time.
That's exciting. That is exciting. And then
alright guys, since we go
when we watch.
Yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in for season 3 episode 12 of the Power Skate Show. Season 3 episode 13 is the expansion draft reaction. To see which one of our teams gets picked out of nowhere, pretty much. Some surprises, some pretty much we knew it's coming, or something we might have a question mark about it. Do you guys want to follow our personal social media links will be in the description below? Do you guys want to follow the Pirate Skate Show for news, updates, and when we go live and such? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow Graham Foots and Sports Zone for Instagram and Twitter? Links in the description below for daily sports news. And subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is also the link in the description below. Go to Foots and Sports Zone on Sunday 1 to 3, I believe. Sunday for his own sports talk show. And go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I'm editing a YouTube video right now. Pretty much gonna be like out of schedule just because I'm pretty much gonna have to film the next 2 videos. I'm gonna film 2 videos on this weekend, so it's gonna be 2 iffy, or I'm pretty much gonna make it all in one. But I'll definitely keep you guys be updated. And Graham, would you like to add anything about it?
Yeah, no. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Yeah, I'll be back next week for the expansion draft, and there will be tears coming down my eyes if they do pick Craig Smith. So that'll be fun. You're just mocking your own team. It's so funny.
And with that, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends to tune in to season 3 episode 13 of the Power Skate Show for the Seattle Kraken expansion draft reaction, and with that, we will see you guys soon. Have a good night, everybody. Wow. Have, enjoy the rest of your night. I meant, and we will see you guys soon.
You mess up
Have a good night,
another
everybody.
outro. Oh my goodness.
Alright, have a good night, everybody, again. Longest live stream we ever had, and good night.